Hey, Dave, say what you will about Elon Musk, but with his new plan to bring people to Mars, nobody is a more creative serial killer. Like my friends, Lori, who's my good friend, her best friend, or not her best friend, but her friend is Elon Musk, who I'm sure you know.
SpaceX.
And I go, this guy should be the most famous guy in the world by far.
Yes.
This guy is the coolest motherfucker.
Yes.
You know, and he just risks everything constantly, and he has so much hope, and he's not a cynic like everybody else.
Yeah.
He wants to colonize Mars, and oh my God, like...
he's a leader in two insane fields.
Yes.
Space flight and automotive.
I know.
It's crazy.
And he's making a hydro loop to San Francisco.
It's just like, my
and
God.
he throws all his money. So, you know, he makes, I think he started with PayPal.
Yeah.
So he makes all his money, boom, throws it all in. So at one, as soon as he fails, everything disintegrates.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
But he doesn't care. He, like he just tells me, he goes, I want to be alive to see a man on Mars. I probably won't be, but it's amazing in this world of everything.
And it's also it's beautiful that those people still exist. That can rise from whatever muck we're all in.
Right.
They can still be no, we're gonna go do this.
Yeah,
they can have imagination.
Instead of going like, hey, the fucking global warming, everything's gonna go to shit. Like,
it's like, let's build a rocket and go to Mars.
He has an answer.
Same.
That's
He has
awesome.
an answer instead of the answer being the other guys are wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
This is
awesome.
getting so
It is.
right?
Yeah,
That's good, though.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
We hate the most.
My Uncle Phil. You ever meet my Uncle Phil?
I didn't meet your Uncle Phil, no.
Oh, you didn't? He was...
Yeah, we don't know each other that well. Remember?
That's true.
No,
So,
I've not met your Uncle Phil.
He's a good man, Uncle Phil. So he was telling me, you know, he's just one of these guys that has so many lives pushed into one. He just does so many things, you know? Mm-hmm. And he was telling me, he says, he's a kind of a jack of all trades, you'd call him.
Yeah. That's a good phrase.
Yeah, he's a jack of all trades. So he was telling me, he said, the problem is, you're not really appreciated for any single thing because you're so good at so many things. You understand what I mean?
I hear you.
Yeah. So he said to me one time, he says, Norm, he says, we were just walking through his town, you know, of Monkland, Maine he lives in. And we were just walking through the town. He's an old fella, you know?
Right, one of the old people.
Yeah, he's 80.
Yeah, 80, okay.
80 years young, he says. So he goes, Norm, you see that barn over there, he says to me. I look over, there's a barn. I go, yeah. He goes, I built that barn with my own hands, all by myself. But he goes, do they call me, do they say, there's Phil, the barn builder? No, sir, he says. I said, yeah. He goes, look over there, you see that weather balloon? He says, you don't know this about me, Norm. He says, I was one of the first men ever to fly in a weather balloon.
Wow.
He says, but do they say, hey, there goes Phil, the weather balloon pioneer? No. He says, look over there's a bakery that I started. You know, that dirty bastard Bob has it now, but I'm the guy that started that bakery. And I go, all right, easy. And he goes, I started that bakery and I was the best baker, but does anybody go, oh, there goes Phil, the great baker? No, he says, but he says, let me tell you something, Norm. He says, you have sex with one goat. And... He says, people then, they say, there goes Bill, the dirty goat.
Get rid of that. We don't need that microphone anymore, do we? Wow, well, I do want to meet this man someday. He sounds fascinating. We got to talk about this.